You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Black and white sports fans, let's talk about one of my favorite people in the sports media. And I'm talking about Jason Whitlock. You know him from FS1, from ESPN, and Outkick. He was actually on a podcast, and he reiterated some of the same talking points that we have been telling you about when it comes to these athletes, mainly talking about these Nike athletes. They have an anti-American sentiment. And we know that Nike is actually probably the most powerful company out there when it actually comes to sports. Many athletes actually want to sign with Nike, have Nike contracts, because Michael Jordan back in the 1980s blew Nike up. But Nike has a strong relationship with China. They do. It's been like that for a while. They actually produce their shoes in China, and Nike likes to bend the knee to China. Therefore, Nike athletes, in the same sense, will bend the knee to China as well, and they will speak very badly about this country. So Jason Whitlock gave a pretty good explanation on these woke athletes actually doing this. And so we're going to be talking about that here in this video, folks. But first, make sure you guys go over to blackandwhitenetwork.com, sign up and become a member today. We have two different membership plans. We have the bronze and silver plan. Rhodes and I post private videos over there on the website just for the members. If you're on the silver plan, you get more videos, and you also get to be on a panel on member-only live streams. We should actually have another one coming up here pretty soon. But if you don't want to do any of that, just consider giving a one-time donation by clicking the donation tab or shopping for the merch. Use the discount code LaChanaSuts, S-U-X, all one word, and we're going to give you 15% off your purchase, folks. So, Jason Whitlock argues LeBron, Kaepernick, Serena have embraced anti-American sentiment to appeal to China at Nike's behest. He's right on the money about this. When was the last time you've actually heard any of these athletes that he named here say anything good about this country? Now, all of these athletes, LeBron, Serena, and Kaepernick, they have benefited greatly from this country. Greatly. They're all millionaires. They're all pretty powerful athletes. Now, as far as Kaepernick goes, I don't know why he has his power. He hasn't been relevant in a long time, but he is a professional victim, and he's getting millions of dollars from Nike and Walt Disney to be a professional victim. He's the only one that's not an actual active athlete at this time by his own doing. He had his opportunities. I don't want to hear that Kaepernick has been denied opportunities. That is a complete and utter lie. But it says here, Jason Whitlock believes most North American sports leads and media are left-leaning, and the veteran sports columnist points to China as the reason why. Whitlock joined The Truth with Lisa Booth for a lengthy interview to discuss professional athletes' relationship with China, among other topics. Launched earlier this year, Booth's podcast has featured a host of prominent conservatives, including former President Donald Trump, Senators Rand Paul and Tom Cotton, and actor John Voight, and others. Quote, I think we're going to have to really come to grips that China is the dominant force globally right now, Whitlock said. After Booth asked why he believes most North American athletes in sports tend to lean left. All of our corporations want to improve their relationships with China, and so in the sports world, there's nothing more powerful than Nike. It's a $40 to $50 billion company. It's bigger, more financially relevant, and stronger than the NFL and NBA combined. He's right about that. He's absolutely right about that. Whitlock added that although Nike is based in Portland, Oregon, he believes the company is more concerned with Beijing, calling out three prominent Nike athletes in particular for towing the company line. Notice Nike's in Portland. You know how Portland is. Portland is an utter disaster, an absolute disaster. But that's another story probably for the news channel, so I digress. Quote, that's why LeBron James, Colin Kaepernick, and Serena Williams, they are other spokesmen. They've embraced an anti-American sentiment in their public stances, Whitlock told Booth, because this improves their relationship with China. And that's why they're so fearful of ever speaking out against anything that goes on in China. Nike wants to sell more shoes in China, Whitlock said, noting the goal of late NBA Commissioner David Stern was to build the league into a global sport while earning a TV deal with China. Now, we know that Adam Silver has completely, destroyed the NBA, won't say anything about China at all. And of course, LeBron James is in the NBA. But think of this. When has LeBron, Kaepernick, or Serena criticized any of the human rights violations out there in China? I'll save you the time. They won't do it. They never have. I've never heard it myself. But let's go on. It says Whitlock took his belief of China having control of American sports a step further, claiming the country in East Asia is also the reason why kneeling during the national anthem became a prominent form of protest. Interesting take right here. So let's see here. North American Professional Sports League leagues led by the NFL and NBA have been outspoken in demanding social equality in the United States. But critics of the movement will often point to the NBA and other sports leagues profiting off of their relationship with China, which has deplorable human rights issues of their own. He says here, China has very cleverly convinced a segment of the population, a healthy segment, that there's no worse racism than what's in America, Whitlock said. No one ever says, well, hold on, man. Go look at China. Go at how do you think black people are treated in China? And not the celebrity, black people, not the basketball players, because China has a passion of basketball that's unmatched around the world. Great point pointed out by Jason Whitlock here. Since they actually want to get all of this money from China, they refuse to say anything bad about China. LeBron and these NBA players, and I put up a video yesterday talking about how a congressional committee is actually calling on these NBA players to disassociate themselves with these Chinese companies that use cotton produced by Uyghur slave labor. And it's amazing, because there's over a dozen NBA athletes that have contracts, have endorsement deals with these Chinese corporations, and they don't say anything. Make no mistake about it. China is not our friend. China is the enemy. So when you have American athletes out there that are so anti-American, China's perfectly okay with that. You remember Daryl Morey actually tweeted out his support of Hong Kong. China told the NBA, we're going to ban all your games. They're not going to be played. What happened after that? The NBA players started bending the knee to China, started apologizing to China. They got into that bubble and they started kneeling for the national anthem, the biggest insult to America. They didn't respect this country. They said this country was so bad, but they were kowtowing, bending the knee, and apologizing to China when all Daryl Morey said he supported freedom for Hong Kong. That's it. That's all that he did. They didn't support him, but they supported China. Because like Jason Whitlock said, $40 to $50 billion a year, Nike, there's a lot of money to be made in China. So these athletes, they have once again prioritized profits over morals. Because these athletes truly don't even care about what's going on over there in China. And really, they don't even care about what's going on over here. They really, really don't. But I'm glad once again, Jason Whitlock just reiterated our points right here. Very few people out there in the sports media is calling out this garbage. Our kick is we're doing it sports wars. That's pretty much it. That is all there is out there. You're not going to hear this from CNN. You're not going to hear this from even the NBA themselves because they're in bed with China as well. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you guys think about all this in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to Black and White Sports, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.